Hello guys and welcome back to the World Class Stamp. Today the panelists are going to be choosing their dream Premier League five-a-side team. Who would you want to take the football down with to your local five-a-side and kick a ball around with? We're going to go through our top picks. Let us know your top picks in the comment section. Who would you have in your five-a-side team? Matt, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, right. So I've assembled my own little five-a-side team called Around Their Houses. Up with the Cowboys. We're playing against Gold Power Rangers or Barcelona, somebody like that. Who am I going to pick? I'm going to get down first on the blower for the goalkeeper's position. It's going to be UC Jaskalainen. He made over 300 league appearances, or near enough 350 in the Premier League. Bolton, West Ham, regular. So I think he was great at the double save. So in that sort of environment, maybe five-a-side, he's gonna save you loads of goals. You know, if you have a look at his highlights reel over the years, fantastic keeper. He could have, in my opinion, played for a bigger club and maybe won some silverware elsewhere. I think Ramsdale has recently said that he's one of his goalkeeping icons as a child, and he tries to mimic his game on his style and his positioning. So Jaskalainen, great Premier League servant, great keeper, goes in for me. That's my first at the back. And then my centre back. I will play with a centre back for once, and I'm going to need this guy on a Tuesday night because if it goes off, he's going to be in the middle of it, and he's probably started, to be honest. Is Jamie Carragher. So I'm going to bring him down. 503 appearances for Liverpool, I think. 3 goals. That's probably the same return as my crypto wallet at the moment. It's not much coming back on that. So he's there for the defending. This guy's won UEFA Cup, FA Cup, Super Cup, League Cup, I think 5 times. Knows his way around. He's going to have to bully people when he needs to, or somehow put his body on the line. He's got sometimes, as a pundit and a player, maybe unrivaled passion for a defender, for his club, and for his teammates. So it's definitely somebody you want on your side rather than playing against. So Jamie Carragher's going into the back for me. My midfielders, my first one, my only midfielder. Now this person, you could argue, well, he's definitely in the top 3 for me, Premier League exports to another league. You're not going to get a ball off this guy. He's going to run. You might as well lock up the doors and go home, because you're not going to get a ball off Luka Modric. He's an absolute wizard, dynamic, skillful, a wand of a left foot, can use his right foot. Will run rings around anybody. He's won, countless. He's got an honours list as long as my Amazon browsing history probably is through the absolute roof. He's got Champions League times 3, times 5, La Liga 3. He won the Ballon d'Or 2018. UEFA Super Cup 4 of them, Club World Cup 5 of them. He's won the Croatian League, the Croatian Cups. Obviously, he didn't pick nothing up for Tottenham, but that's them when it's playing days there. So Modric goes straight in, and 100% world class stamp. Bodge it on. So you can add to his honours list, world class stamp 2023 as well if you want, because that's what he's just received on this channel. So he's straight in. My 2 strikers, I'm going to go for a player here who's scored 81 goals and 31 assists in the Premier League. He's a bit of a character. You definitely want him there on a Tuesday night. I think he's got a set of golf clubs in the car. Is Craig Bellamy. I'm going to bring him down. I'm going to bring him down for the 5-a-side. He's the only player to score for 7 Premier League clubs in his playing career, which is, you take him anywhere or sign him anywhere, he's going to score. He's got an absolute, I would say, a sweet right foot, but he's more of the thunderbolt, to be honest. He got so much pace and power as a player, and that right foot, when he let go, 9 times out of 10, you thought that's top corner, that's getting curled in, it's getting hammered through the keeper. He was really a real top striker, especially in his heyday. I remember him scoring cracking goals for Blackburn, Newcastle, and his 2 for Man City in that famous game against Man United, when he absolutely ripped up Rio Ferdinand to take it around to the byline and squeeze one in, and then put one in top corner, pick it out. No one's going to save it. You could have 3 keepers on the line. The bend, the curl, the whip, you're not saving it. So Craig Bellamy on a Tuesday night, yeah, I'll take him any day. So that's my first striker. And my second striker is literally just that for me. The best volleyer of the ball I've ever seen. And he's played for a couple of top clubs and he's got some famous volleys in his career. He'll probably need half a yard on a five-a-side pitch. As long as the goal is there, he's probably going to put it on target. Is Robin van Persie. So he scored some famous volleys in his time. Obviously, the Rooney to Van Persie volley for goal of the season that one time. But the best volley I ever saw him score was against Charlton Athletic for Arsenal. He was like the Karate Kid, actually, flying through the air. No exaggeration either, Anton. He literally flew through the air, left-footed into the top corner. I think even the Charlton fans would applaud him. It was out of this world. You can go and view that goal on YouTube or Premier League channel. Go and do that. So for me, Van Persie probably could have won more. He won the Premier League with Man United. He stayed at Arsenal for a good couple of seasons. Maybe not the not the biggest grafter of a player you'll ever see, but for one-time finishing, pulling out big goals, and actually putting the ball in the back of the net. There's not much better for a half volley or one-time wonder finish. So yeah, he's my second striker. And does he get world-class stamp? This is so tight. This is such a tight decision for me. This is such a tight decision. But, he's probably a Dutch, for a big footballing country like the Dutch, he's an icon. For the league, the Premier League, he started off with Henry and Bergkamp in the side. So to get into that side in his early days and to play through with Henry, was an achievement in itself just to be on these guys' coattails. And then he achieved in the game, FA Cups, Champions League final, which he didn't win, unfortunately. And he went to Man United, made the right move at the right time. And you can argue he won Man United the league that year with the goals he scored. So for me, for once, he falls on the category of he does get a world-class stamp from me.
Okay, world-class stamp for RVP. Yeah, crack inside.
That decision there and then.
And dragged it out as long as possible. Yeah.
Anticipation building.
Yep.
There we go. Here's my five-a-side.
Cracking five-a-side. Any thoughts, Steve, on that?
Yeah, maybe the same one as you, Anton. Jamie Carragher's an interesting one, isn't he?
Oh my god. Him and Bellamy on the same squad. You wouldn't have a moment's peace, would you? That'd be a nightmare.
You're getting home safe. You are getting home safe with him.
Getting home safe. Yeah. Robin van Persie. And who was your outfielder as well? You had?
So my side were
Modric, right? Yeah.
Two strikers.
Yeah. Okay.
To be honest, between Modric and Van Persie, I can't see Bellamy and less so Carragher seeing much of the ball, if I'm honest. Maybe Bellamy just to run it up, get it out the danger area. But yeah, good team that. As you say, Jääskeläinen, shot stopper, double saves, triple saves, probably even made a quadruple save. Pick that, yeah.
Okay. Steve, what's your side?
So I've gone for a team of players that I'm really hoping bring their A game. They weren't known for, bar probably 1.5 of them. They weren't really known for ultimate consistent performances, some top draw performances.
Type of players that'll drop out on a rainy night, is it? Those type of players.
There's potential for that.
There's too many of them.
Certainly ones where they turn up and you look at them and you think, you don't fancy this, do you? So you might want to be picking somebody else from the bar down one of those five-a-side leagues. So keeper, I've gone for this keeper purely because I just felt like he dressed like he was wanting to play five-a-side and not 11-a-side. It's Gabor Kirai. Yeah. Okay. With his grey jogging bottom trousers. I just purely picking him because it just looks like a five-a-side keeper.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
He wasn't bad either, to be fair to him. Similar mold to Jääskeläinen, actually. I think nowhere near as good, obviously, but slot him in. He's in his joggers already. Five-a-side, he's there. So moving into defence, the one defender, and this guy's. I think his manager said at the time when he was at this club, oddball was the wrong word, but a little bit of a random character. So I'm going for that little bit of something. Yeah, the opposition might not be sure what to expect from this player, both in terms of skill and also some aggression. Tackling is Benoit Asuakoto. So incredibly random. I felt he had decent technical ability on the ball, and as I said, I just think he would give a little bit of a what's going on here? What game's this guy going to bring tonight? You could have an absolute worldie, or you could make some absolute shocking tackles and have a terrible performance. So, as I said at the top, I'm really hoping this team brings their A game. So he's my defender. I'll move into got two midfielders. Moving to midfield. So this guy is my Mr. Consistent, my banker, my no drama, no issue at all. This guy's bringing his A game, and that is Gianfranco Zola. So I've gone for him, probably in a similar way you've gone for Modric, Matt. Just that ability on the ball to pick a pass, a goal out of nothing, thread a ball through the eye of a needle, certainly on a small five-a-side pitch. Would be very useful. And if you do get a few free kicks from a Carragher or Bellamy foul or tackle, I think this guy's got a good chance of banging them in. So Franco Zola makes it in my first spot in midfield. And then this guy's another Benoit Asuakoto. So not sure what game he's bringing, but if he brings his A game, there's not many better, I don't think. And that is Hatem Ben Arfa. So he had some unreal performances for Newcastle, other clubs around Europe. Not many, admittedly. He was quite a tough player to manage, by all accounts, I understand, and not the hardest of trainers. I do recall him having a little bit of you would probably call a traditional five-a-side belly that you see down your local five-a-side centre on a Tuesday night. So I just feel he brings his A game. He can run with the ball, dribble through a whole team if he wants, and bang it in right at the end as well. So Hatem Ben Arfa is my second midfielder. And then I've gone for this player. You've got to hit his feet. He ain't going to do a lot of running at all. He wants it to his feet. If it's not at his feet, he's not interested. But if you get the ball at this guy's feet, a word, he can do some special stuff and score some special goals. And that is Vitar Berbatov. We call him Lazy Burb up in Manchester, and you can see why. Like I said, you get that ball to his feet. I remember a hat-trick he scored, probably one of the best hat-tricks you'll wish to see, finishing off with an overhead or an in effort. So he is my striker up front, and I fancy him to do well in a five-side one-off game. I just hope that those players brings their A game. Otherwise, I think there's a good chance as well that team could get absolutely battered. But that's my five-a-side.
Yeah, nice mix there. Berbatov, great shout. Probably one of the best first touches of football I've seen. Just stop the ball dead, whatever it is on the pitch. Yep, you had a couple of random ones in there as well. Asuakoto and Ben Arfa leg. Yeah, proper random those are. And then obviously you did mention your playmaker as well. I think it's important, like you say, to have a decent playmaker in a five-a-side team. And then the goalie as well. Proper random. Gabor Grosh, Hungarian. I think played for Crystal Palace. Yeah, I suppose he's got that typical goalkeeper trait of being a bit nuts. Because if you're the only player to wear a tracksuit in a Premier League game, then you got to be off your rocker. So yeah, I think it's a good side. What's your thoughts, Matt?
Yeah, there's not much running in that side, I don't think, is there? Maybe a good table football side rather than a five-a-side. But you might get something got with Gianfranco. He used to get around, but the rest of them, yeah, they're not moving much. But saying that, like Anton said, first touch on a ball, Berbatov, absolute silk. Almost as good as Salah, in my opinion. And then you got Gianfranco Zola, absolute baller. Absolute baller. That guy could take it past 3, 4, 5 players. Scored some fantastic goals. In his heyday, he was absolutely top class. Ben Arfa, good player, like you said. You never knew what he was going to bring to Newcastle, but did have some standout performances. Good with his feet. Yeah, maybe not a runner, as we said. And then, yeah, your crazy keeper. I do like the nod to a five-a-side, jogging bottoms.
Yeah,
a couple of water bottles under his jumper, probably.
Yeah,
the craziness going on there. And he's definitely getting a red card, isn't he? Coming out sliding with those jogging bottoms on. So yeah, I like that touch, to be honest. But he's going to concede 10, isn't he? So here we go. Good shout. Some good players.
Okay. Well, mine's
Do you
got
hand any world class stamps out for those team?
Good question. Yeah, two definitely. You'll expect the two, and that's Berbatov, definitely world class stamp, and Shafranko Zola, world class stamp.
okay.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, my team is going to have a bit of a Dutch flavour to it. Yeah, but first of all, we're going to start off in goal, which I think he'd be the ultimate five-a-side goalkeeper. I'm going to go for Shea Given. Just constantly pulling out world-class saves, agility, agile, got good distribution as well. And yeah, I think he would be a really good goalkeeper for your five-a-side team. So Shea Given is going between the sticks for me. In front of him, you only need this guy, and that's it. I'm going to go for Virgil van Dijk. The ponytail king, he's just going to take the ball off anyone, especially close quarters. No one's getting past him. Good distribution out from the back as well, because standard five-a-side, usually what happens is the goalkeeper gets the ball, and all the other players look down and start walking up the pitch. No one's ready to receive the ball, and then it puts pressure on the goalkeeper then. So I'm going to go for someone who's cool, calm on the ball, and boisterous, and no one's getting the ball off him. So I'm going to go for Virgil van Dijk. In the midfield then, I agree, you need a playmaker. And I'm going to go for Mesut Ozil. Again, you could thread the ball through the eye of a needle. Skills, flicks, tricks. Just unplayable. Great first touch. Round the corner passes, no look passes. Yeah, I think he'd be a great player to watch. Again, I'm going to put another playmaker / striker, so you could drop in to help out, or you can, be up front to finish. Another Dutchman. I'm going to go for Dennis Bergkamp, another player who can thread a ball through the eye of a needle, and just got that skill to hold people off. I think he'd be a really good player to have in there. And then up front alongside him, another Dutchman. I'm going to go for Ruud van Nistelrooy. The ultimate goal poacher. You could just imagine him down a five-a-side team. Just that one guy, he doesn't really do much, but he's just poking all the goals in. A bit like one of our panelists. But there we go. So a bit of Dutch flavour to my side, and I think it's maybe it's a little bit cheating because it is star-studded compared to some of your picks, but I don't think many you could go wrong with that particular one. Thoughts on my side?
Yeah, I like the nod to a couple of Arsenal players there, obviously. Mesut Ozil,
Shock.
Again, wonderful first touch. Better than Salah's first touch. And very clever player. He could score goals as well, couldn't he? So don't count him out in bagging a few goals in a five-a-side fixture. I like that pick. Bergkamp, what do we need to say about him? Again, playmaker, goal scorer. I assume this five-a-side pitch is local to where Bergkamp lives, although he might struggle to get there.
We'll pay for a taxi.
Nistelrooy is quite an interesting one. Yeah, you wouldn't straight away think he's suited to five-a-side, but I guess you can stick the ball in the back of the net. It doesn't really matter, does it? So, no doubt he'd get goals, wouldn't he? Quite a similar player to Haaland in a way, I think, in that way. You can go missing for lots of games and get a chance and put it away.
Yeah, absolutely ruthless. Ruud van Nistelrooy in front of goal. I think I saw him play in the European Championship for Netherlands. It might have been against Italy or Sweden. It was one of them. Doesn't matter who it was. He was scored against them. Didn't touch the ball for 88 minutes. Got the ball, verted your back heel into the back of the net. Turn and swivel. In it went 1-1. So just phenomenal for Man United for a couple of seasons. Ran, I think he was a goal behind Thierry Henry in one season for the Golden Boot. Obviously scored more than that during the other seasons, but absolutely fantastic. I think he actually did win the Golden Boot one season for Man United. I think he had a good 2 to 3 years there. Fantastic player. Bergkamp, definitely world-class player for me. He's iconic again. Scored some memorable goals at all levels. I think he scored at the World Cup. Good iconic goals against Argentina. A couple of last-minute ones. Scored for Arsenal in the Premier League. I think he's the only player to have a hat-trick in a game, and every goal, and it was against Leicester at the old Filbert Street. He scored 3 goals, and every goal was first, second, and third in goal of the month or match of the day. So that's how great that guy was at scoring sublime goals.
I think Rivaldo's hat trick was probably the only one that come close to beating that, right? I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
that one where all 3 of his goals were outside the box. One was a free kick, one was a volley, and I think I can't remember the other one, but one was like about 40 yards out or something. But yeah.
That did they have 2 goal of the season contenders in the same game?
Yeah.
Letizier.
You didn't even pick him. I should have picked the Cicier anyway. Just
Ben Abba. Yeah, and obviously Virgil has got the world class stamp for me before, and Shea Given, absolute top goalkeeper. So yeah, it's a great side as well.
Yeah. Okay, that's our picks, guys. Let us know your picks in the comment section below. Who's winning out of our teams? Let us know in the comment section as well. Who's picked the best side? If you liked the video, please consider dropping a like on the channel. And then if you would like to be notified for more videos, consider subscribing and you'll be notified when we post a new video. But that's it for this time, guys. Have a world-class weekend and we'll see you next time.